And welcome to my talk, Jamie with Claire. We are here on February 8th, the day of the actual new moon.
It's tomorrow.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
That's cool. Keep going.
The new moon is tomorrow, February 9th. And so it's in Aquarius. So we're here a day before that and want to hear any kind of information from Claire on what she's picking up from the new moon. We traditionally set intentions in the new moon, so it's a good time to sort of think about what you want to create, what you want to cultivate in the next few weeks until we reach the next full moon. So without further ado, I will pass on to Claire to get her download on the new moon in Aquarius.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'd like to start with an acknowledgement of the moon itself. I always like to begin with a pullback from any blah blah about astrology, to just really acknowledge the moon and how, speaking personally, I benefit so much from just paying more attention to her. So I encourage everybody else to just take a beat and remember we're here to talk about the moon. And so we start with the moon, which is, I like to call it an aqueous body, really just because it governs the tides of the ocean and things like that. That doesn't in and of itself make it aqueous, but it is a thing that we see that's always changing. And that to me has sort of an aqueous vibe because it's in movement and it's emotional. Traditionally in astrology it does represent the emotions. So I wanted to just ground us in some thoughts about the moon, and you can just do that on your own, close your eyes and think about the moon. That's what I always tell people to do, because the moon is inside of us. When we bring that energy to the sign of Aquarius, I find what sticks out to me is this sense of Aquarius really welcoming the moon with open arms, as it were, because the Aquarius glyph is that of the water bearer. So it's somebody who bears the water, brings the water, but also receives the water. And in this case, new moon in Aquarius, I would think that we can really rejoice in the ideas around Aquarius, which are brotherly love, sisterly love, community, innovation, thinking about the future for the benefit of all. So I always like to give the example of, say, aqueducts, because that's an idea that, of course, relates to water, but it also relates to ingenuity and innovation and thought and the future and providing health and well-being for the community. So the aqueduct for me is what the water bearer is all about. And when we come into this new moon space, with our emotions, I like to think that Aquarius is both welcoming of whatever is coming up for you. I think it's been a pretty riotous week for many people, a lot going on, and I also feel there's a profound need for change. There could be a profound need for an emotional shift in you. And think of Aquarius as a sign that can handle that. Not only handle it, but, not only handle it and deal with it, but that's what it's made for. It's made for, what is innovation? It's change, but it's change for the better. That's really what it is. And so if we think about it in terms of our emotions, I think it's about old emotional patterns really coming to a staggering, beleaguered end. That's what this sort of riotous feeling that I was talking about is. That's how I'm holding it. That it's time for certain patterns to die or drop dead or go away or kind of be handed over to the flow. And you get to do that and let go of the old patterns, and that struggle is made so much more easy by Aquarius, who can, as I said, deal with your water, deal with your emotions, and also inevitably figure out a new way to handle them. And in a certain way, you don't let go of something until you have another way to carry it. And this moment, this new moon in Aquarius, I think is just that, is a time to really set your intention for kind of signing off on the shift, saying yes to it. You don't have to know what it's going to be. You don't have to know what it's going to look like. But energetically, it's about a yes or a no. So I would really encourage people to say yes if it feels like you just can't work anymore with the old pattern of emotional carrying and you want to carry it in a new way. This is a great time to say yes to that.
Okay, well, thank you for that quick and thorough rundown of our new moon. So it's always good to go outside. You might not see the moon because it's all dark in the new moon, but communing in some fashion with nature can be another way of just reflecting on this time in your life and what's coming up. So I will see you next time in a few weeks in the next full moon. In the meantime, be well.